Hello, and in this video I'm going to look at the part 2 topic, describe a toy, and in my answer I should say when I got the toy, what it was like, who gave me the toy, and explain how I felt about it. When I was a child, I used to have a teddy bear which was called Pooh. He was named after the book character Winnie the Pooh. If I remember rightly, he was given to me by my parents on my 6th birthday. I have a vivid memory of losing him once when we were visiting London Zoo. I screamed and wailed, but luckily he had been handed in to the Lost Property Office. I cuddled and hugged him when I got him back, and I promised to never lose him again. In actual fact, I still have him, and he sits on my bed. Anyway, what does he look like? Well, now he's pretty scruffy, and he has seen better days. When I first got him, he had lovely soft fur, but because he had to be washed after he got lost, his fur is all matted, and it isn't as soft as it used to be. When I became a teenager, I got rid of a lot of my old toys because I no longer played with them, and they were cluttering up my bedroom. However, the one thing I kept was Pooh. I could never part with him because he's part of the family. Like I said, he has seen better days and he is a bit tatty now. On one occasion, I was fighting with my brother and he grabbed Pooh and pulled one of his legs off. You can imagine how devastated I was. Fortunately, my mum was able to stitch his leg back on. I feel that it's essential to keep some things from your childhood, and I'm pleased I've kept this particular toy because it was like a comfort blanket for me when I was younger, and still now if I'm having a bad day, I'll give him a cuddle and I'll feel a bit better. To be honest, I struggled with this topic, and I'm a native speaker of English. I struggled because describe a toy, there's not a lot you can say about it. So I've tried to use good grammar, so I've used used to. He was named after, he was given to me, there you've got some passive, and describing a time when we were visiting London, so we've got some past continuous. So remember to use used to in this topic and passives if you can. And if I remember rightly, so this is a very useful expression which we use, and rather than saying I got it in 1992, say if I remember rightly, you can use this in all topics and it's a good idiomatic expression. Have a vivid memory of, this means a very clear memory, a very good memory. These words just mean cried, I screamed and I wailed. He had been handed in, this means he was given in to the Lost Property Office. It's good grammar as well as good vocabulary. The Lost Property Office is where lost property goes. Lost property just means lost items. Cuddled and hugged. Because I was struggling to think of what to say in this topic, I've used lots of words that mean when you cuddle something, when you put your arms around it. So to cuddle, to hug. In actual fact is a very good discourse marker to use. And here what I'm doing anyway, what does he look like? So I'm going back to the questions and kind of just repeating them to show what I'm going to talk about next. Pretty scruffy. Pretty is an adverb that we can use instead of very or rather. Scruffy, untidy, messy. This is a good idiomatic expression. He has seen better days. That means he looked better in the past. To see better days. Fur is what is on a teddy bear, and here I'm saying his fur is matted. When you wash something over and over again, also jumpers, pullovers, it happens to them, they get matted, they lose their softness. To get rid of, this is when you throw things away or just get rid of them. To clutter up my bedroom. They were cluttering up my bedroom. Clutter is things that you have around on desks, on tables that make it look a mess. I could never part with him. To part with something means to get rid of it. Like I said, I was struggling with this topic, so I've used a lot of like I said, and it's a useful little expression when you're kind of going to repeat something you've already said, but say it differently. So he's seen better days, he's a bit tatty. This means scruffy, messy, untidy. Grabbed, this means to get hold of very quickly. And I was devastated, really upset, really useful word. To stitch his leg back on is to reattach his leg. This particular toy, this is an example of referencing, so I'm not saying Pooh or teddy bear, I'm referring back to him with this particular toy. A comfort blanket, this is a useful expression. A comfort blanket is something that a child has, and when they have it they feel comfortable. It might actually be a blanket that they carry around, but it could be a toy, and when you have it you feel more confident and more comfortable, so we call it a comfort blanket. So, like I said, it's quite a tricky topic, this one, because there's not a lot you can talk about in a toy. So try to focus on your grammar, your discourse markers, and it's a good one to prepare for the IELTS exam, because it is difficult to talk for 2 minutes about a toy using complex language. Thanks for watching.